Hi, this is Cindy Perry. I'm here to show you how to use the new Turtle Patrol data entry forms. So the one that we're going to use right now is the Nest Card data entry form. So the first thing I have to do in order to use it is I have to find it. And if you watch the other video that I made about making your data entry forms to look like apps on your home screen, then you might recognize where we are right now. The data entry form is in the Turtle Patrol folder. That is right where this beautiful little girl's hat visor is. So I'm going to touch the folder to open it, and you see Nest Card D, that's Nest Card data form, and I'm going to touch it, and it's going to bring me into the browser, into my Safari browser, and it opens up the form, Nest Card Data Entry Form 2024. Please complete this form for each sea turtle crawl, or actually it should say each sea turtle nest or short stake. This section is to be completed by Nesting Patrol for new nests or short stakes. So the first thing we're going to do is go down to nest number. And the nest number for this, I think this is the first nest. So I'm going to write number 1 right here. So it's going to be nest number 1. And where is this nest? I think this nest is going to be located at mile marker 32.5. That looks like a good place to have the first nest on Kiawah. So let's have it located there. And the nest date, this one's going to be a little tricky. As you can see, it says MM/DD. That means the nest date has to have, the month has to have 2 numerals, and the date has to have 2 numerals. So the nest date is going to be May 1st. I don't have to put the year, so in order to put May 1st as a number, I'm going to write 05 for the date. And when I touch over here, oh, look, it says invalid date. It says invalid date because I don't have the day after the month. So I'm going to have to click that, select that again, and it's going to be 01 to mean May 1st. 01. So don't be worried if you see invalid date. It's just like reminding you you need to put you need to finish and put the entire date in. Survey date, we don't need to do a survey date because we're doing this on the day that the nest was laid. For the original latitude, it's going to be 32.1234556. For the original longitude is a negative number. It always starts with -80 point. And again, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you know how to take these, you know how to get this information on your longitude and latitude finder, either an app or whatever tool you're using. For the original location, this has check boxes so you can check all that applies. Well, this nest is below the high tide line. It's going to have to be relocated. So I'm going to check below the high tide line. That's all I need. If it was on the top of a dune, I could put on the top of the dune in thick vegetation so I can select 2 things. But this one was definitely below the high tide line, and it does not have thick vegetation because there isn't vegetation below the high tide line. What zone is this in? Well, the first nest has to be in zone 11, of course. That's the one that I think it should be in. The nest prober is going to be Lynn. Actually, it's going to be Bill Perry. It'll be Bill Perry. And the data recorder, this is where whoever's recording the data's name goes. And I'm recording the data, so it will be my name, Cindy Perry. This is definitely a nest because we found eggs. So I select nest under activity. Loggerhead, it's a species of the loggerhead, just like in the card. We did not see a turtle, so we don't have to worry about that. So there's no turtle. We don't have to do the measurements here because we didn't see a turtle and we didn't see tags. If we did see a turtle, we could add a photo here. So actually, I'm going to add a photo here real quick just to show you how I could do that. And the photo that I'm going to add is going to be from my photo library. And actually, it's going to be this photo. It'll be this. And I'm going to say done. And it's uploading the photo now, which is the sunrise was really not a turtle, but don't say anything. So that's how easy it is to add a photo. Comments, since we didn't see the turtle, we don't have to make comments. For the driver today is going to be Lynn Sager. So Lynn is the driver. The nest type, it's in situ. For the nest management, check all that apply. We are using metal screens. Notice that it is in a cage right here. So nest management is just one thing. Light management, there's no light management. It's on the beach. It should be fine. Actually, where we are, it should be fine. So I have all this information. I need to select next down here at the bottom. It'll bring me to the next page. Relocation data. Yes, this nest was relocated. It says date relocated. Record only if different from the date of data entry. I don't think that's going to happen very often this year, but it's in there just in case. Total number of eggs laid. This was a really good nest. There were 137 eggs laid in total. How many were relocated? Actually, we had a little problem. It was the first nest of the year, and we're a little rusty, so there were 134 eggs relocated. Actually, 134 eggs relocated. The reason for the relocation, do you remember? It was below the high tide line. But you know what? This one was also near the access road, but I'm just going to say below the high tide line. Relocated date latitude, it will be 32.123456. It's the same one. Relocated longitude, remember it's negative 80.123456. Mile marker number. This was at mile marker 32.5. I think that's what we said before. The nest depth, that was 19 inches. So I just have to put the 19. I don't have to put inches. I just put the number in there, just like you do on a card. Relocation comments. Tell about the nest relocation. For example, at the end of a private boardwalk, so it was taped off. I don't think we really need to say anything. We're going to say at the base of Dune. Next, so I go to the next page. Eggs, hatchling loss log before inventory. Well, we lost some eggs today. We lost 3 eggs. So I'm going to have to select eggs right here. What was the cause of the loss? Well, we really, remember it was our first nest. There was definitely one for research, but there was one for probing, and actually there was also a finger that got in the way and broke one. So actually it was, I have to take research off because research is only selected if the egg is unbroken. So read that. So it's just probing and finger. Um, Date of loss, genetic sample taking. Again, it's going to be May 1st, so it's '05. And when I go to press the other part over here, invalid date pops up, but remember that's just because I didn't enter the date yet. Number of dead hatchlings or broken eggs. How many was it? It was 3. Comments. I'll push done right there so I can scroll better. DNA and probing. And finger. Broke an egg. I don't know if it matters how much it is. Genetic sample, use other to write in comments. It was fresh. It was a fresh genetic sample. If, yeah, sample taken from a broken egg, yes. If a loss other than research must be selected above. So I have to say sample was taken from a broken egg. Label on vial. It is going to be, and look here, it's going to be 24 for the year 2024, dash, KWH is the code for our beach, Kiawah, dash, and it's nest number '01, so I'm going to put '01. Now, this is all finished now, and I can either go back if somebody said, oh, Cindy, we forgot to tell you something. I can go back to the form and I can go look and see what and fix whatever I need to fix, and then go back to next and scroll down. We're all set now, so I'm ready to submit this, and I just need to click on the brown submit button. And I don't want to clear the form. I want to make sure I submit it. And once I push submit, all this data is going to go into a spreadsheet that we shared with you. So all of this data goes into the spreadsheet. So let me push submit, and voila, it's right here. I've gone back to this. It shows that it was submitted. Your response has been recorded. And if the same person is doing all the data that today, they can go in and select submit another response. And again, you can start over and do another response. And remember, drivers, if you choose to share this form, which I would, with others, go down here under docs.google.com to the square share with an arrow button and select that. And then you can send it either by message or by email or airdrop it, whatever. I'm going to send it as a message, and I'm going to send it to Bill Perry, who needs to practice up on his probing and getting the eggs without breaking them, so that next time we only have 1 egg for research instead of 3 eggs broken during the during the relocation of the nest. And I can put a comment here. Um, Here is the nest data entry form for you for you to complete. And I'll send that to him so he can either get it through his email, or the person can just use this one form and keep resubmitting it. Good luck, and if you have any questions, please call, text, or email me. I'm going to help you make this work. Until next time, this is the end of the video. Take care.